It is Wednesday, July 22nd, 2026, and I am out here in probably 100-degree weather. If it's not 100, it feels like it at least. And it will be probably 102 by the time we get to 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So I think it's about 11 o'clock right now. I don't like going out in the super early morning because it's always like 100% humidity and just miserable conditions. It doesn't matter what the temperature is. And I don't like going out when the sun is still low because then my hat doesn't work and I'll get sunburned. So I come out around this time, 9, 10, 11. And if I need to do any work, I just work really slow. I bring lots of fluids with me and I drink before I leave my house, and I keep drinking while I'm here so that I don't become dehydrated. And a couple other notes is if you don't know what the signs of heat stress or heat sickness or whatever, you need to go study first aid manuals on that topic. What I look for is headache, nausea, that's the feeling of throwing up, weakness, delirium, like if I forget what I'm doing, if I'm like, it's hard for me to focus and think. And when I start seeing those signs, that's a sign when I need to stop. I need to get to shade, cool down, sit in the breeze, sit in front of a fan if I need to. And if that doesn't work, then I'll basically go into my car and turn the air conditioner on until I cool off, which can take quite a while. Or I'll go home and I'll just say I'll just do it tomorrow. But yeah, nobody likes being out in the heat. The animals don't like the heat either. Too much heat is not good for them either. But it can be done. Another little trick, and it is a trick. If you look at paintings and stuff of people working in the heat, it's pretty common to see people wearing like clothing from head to toe, right? And so I've got rubber boots on just because, you know, you got to wear rubber boots out here. There's manure and there's all kinds of things. Cotton pants, denim pants. I have a cotton long sleeve shirt. This is partially for sun protection. It's also because it absorbs the sweat and it helps me stay cool if there's a slight breeze. Like right now, the wind is blowing very slightly, and because my shirt is soaked in sweat, it cools me off very rapidly. And the last thing is I have a hat. This is a cheap paper hat. It's about $50, and I got that string on there just so it doesn't blow off my head, like my last hat did. And my last hat was straw. I think I paid $150 for it or something like that, and it lasted for 3 years. So I think that was a decent investment. The temptation is to come out here with less clothing, like t-shirts and shorts, and treat it like a trip to the beach. The issue you run into is that there's lots of little things that like to poke at you. There's lots of little thorns and seeds and stuff that'll bury into your skin. It's really annoying. But there's lots of little bugs. There's bugs everywhere out here. You can see there's a bug there. And some of the bugs will bite you. And you can go ahead and put bug spray on if that's your thing. You can get sulfur dust. You like put it in an old sock and dust yourself with it. And that stuff works okay. But, you know, I don't like the sulfur because it smells like sulfur. And I found if I just wear proper clothing, I don't have to wear bug spray or anything like that. I don't wear sunscreen. I'm not even wearing sunglasses. I'm just wearing my regular glasses, you know. The sun isn't your enemy. It can be your friend. You just have to learn how to work with it and how to follow its rules. I think there was recently a study that said that sunscreen actually increases your chance of getting skin cancer. There's not any understanding of why that is. Just, hey, it seems that people that use a lot of sunscreen tend to get skin cancer more often. And I believe they controlled for things like how often you go out in the sun and how often you spend, how much time you spend at the beach and stuff like that. So it's not like people with sunblock are spending more time outside, and that's the reason why I think they controlled for that. But long and the short of it is, like, our bodies should be adapted to working outside because our ancestors used to do it. They didn't have air-conditioned offices and computers. They were working and they were living in this temperature. They couldn't really avoid it. And if they could figure it out and make do, we can do the same. No, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it can be done. And a couple other notes. If you think you can go early in the morning and do your work, I mean, sure, but it's going to be humid as all get out. You know, yeah, it's 20 degrees cooler in the morning. I find that I'd rather have less humidity and more temperature than more humidity and less temperature. The evening after the sun sets is a good time to do work. The only problem is the bugs decide that that's a good time to swarm everywhere. So if you're fine with the bugs, then you can work in the evening, or you can work at night too. But when you turn your lights on, you're going to see all the bugs in the universe. Those bugs flying around are dung beetles, by the way. I don't know if you can see them. I love my dung beetles. They're so important to the farm here. And another thing is people that come from a climate where you don't sweat very often, I tell them, I say, just sweat. Just wake up in the morning and know that you're going to sweat, and just accept it. Don't try to fight it, right? And once you kind of accept the fact that you're going to sweat, life gets a lot easier, you know? You know, just, you're going to sweat. Just get used to it. In fact, you should probably, if you're not sweating and it's hot outside, you probably should see a doctor right away. That's not good. A little note here too. That sheep right there, boop, she's not doing well. And I'll tell you the signs, the reasons why I know that she's not doing well. Number one, she has bottle jaw. So let me zoom in on her. Bottle jaw is it's a puffy flesh on the bottom of the jaw there. Ears low, head low. Also, she's not really moving very much. So I have seen one sheep recover from a situation like that. I did not administer any medicine, but typically they don't, right? And this is an unfortunate reality of my breeding program. And I've said before that I could take that sheep, load her up, and probably sell her, okay? But I don't think anybody should buy that sheep. And if any farmer of any experience level was going to buy that sheep, I would tell them, don't buy that sheep. And so I feel bad getting any money for her at all. So if she does die, I'm going to basically skin her and then let the dogs eat the muscle. The dogs won't touch the sheep if it's dead unless I skin it for them. So they're kind of babies that way. But that's the reality. And it's sad, but that's the reality. And sometimes it happens quick, sometimes it happens slow. So like I could come here tomorrow and she's dead, or it could be a week from now. I just don't have anything to do for her. And I've tried different things, like I've tried electrolytes, they don't really help. I'm not going to do dewormer. Dewormer is, the worms are fast becoming immune to dewormer, so it's not a solution for the long term. And if I were to heal her with medicines, then I would have to get rid of her anyway, and I still wouldn't want anybody else to own her. And I'd have to make sure never to breed her. So it's kind of like, why would I do that to myself, you know? If she recovers, on the other hand, then absolutely I'll breed with her all day long. And I do have a sheep that did recover, and she's very healthy. Lots of flesh on her, solid frame. I don't know where she is. I think she's over there. The black-headed one, a Dorper. So I want those sheep that recover to breed and give me lots and lots of lambs. The ones that don't recover, I don't want their lambs. The ones that I have to doctor, I don't want their lambs. So, and I don't want to sell them. I don't want to give them to anybody else. So that's kind of the long and the short of it. So anyway, don't really have much else to add. I think they're doing surprisingly well in this heat, to be honest with you. It could be a lot worse. Some of them need to shed more. The younger ones tend not to shed as well, but some of the older ones need to shed more. And if you're wondering why some of them are really skinny like this one, I think it's because she fed lambs. A lot of lambs. She might have had twins. And it takes a while for them to recover from that. The lambs really suck them dry. You know, you can see the condition of a sheep go from super fat to super skinny as they try to raise those lambs. Those lambs, they grow so quick too. They have such a high nutritional requirement. It's ridiculous. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.